September 1940. Warsaw. The Nazis have already broken Poland's spine. A crowd of civilians is herded like cattle. SS rifles glint under street lamps. Any man could disappear into the alleys. Any man could survive another day. Except one. Witold Pilecki steps forward. 39 years old. Polish cavalry officer. Husband. Father. He raises his hand. I'm reporting for transport. The SS laugh. They think he's insane. He is not. He is walking into Auschwitz. On purpose. Why would a sane man volunteer for the gates of hell? Because hell needed a witness. And Witold Pilecki was about to become the deadliest spy the Nazis never saw coming. The mission. Auschwitz, September 22nd, 1940. The first transport of Polish political prisoners. Pilecki is marched through the gates under the mocking sign. Arbe marked frei. Inside, the world ends. Men are no longer men. They are numbers. Skeletons. Ghosts. But Pilecki refuses to become a ghost. Within weeks he builds something impossible, an underground army called the ZOW, Związek Organizacji Wojska Wage, the Union of Military Organization. Right under the noses of the SS. Right inside the belly of the beast. He recruits in whispers. In the latrines. In the moments between beatings. Only the strongest. Only the most broken who still refuse to break. Soon, hundreds. Then thousands. A secret chain of command stretching from the quarry to the crematoria. They smuggle food. They hide the sick from selections. They document every horror. And then, they do the unthinkable. In a damp basement, using stolen wires, broken headphones, and pure defiance, Pilecki and his men construct a secret radio transmitter. A crystal set cobbled together from camp scraps. Every night, under the searchlights, they broadcast to the outside world. The first uncensored reports of Auschwitz ever to leave the camp. London listens. The Allies listen. And they do almost nothing. But Pilecki keeps transmitting. Because someone has to remember. The horror. Auschwitz is not a prison. It is a machine designed to erase humanity. Pilecki watches it all. He watches children torn from others. He watches the sick dragged to Block 10 for Mengelé's experiments. He watches the chimneys burn day and night, the sky permanently stained with the ash of his countrymen. He contracts typhus. Twice. Lies in the hospital block among corpses, whispering strength to dying boys. He survives. He sees the first test gassings in September 1941. Zyklon be dropped through roof vents. Screams that last 20 minutes. Then silence. He writes it down. Every detail. Every number. Every lie the Nazis tell the world. The reports he smuggles out are the first in history to describe the Holocaust as it is actually happening. Not rumors. Facts. Typed on stolen paper, hidden inside bread loaves, carried by Polish civilians forced to work outside the wire. And still, he stays. When he could have escaped a dozen times. Because the mission was never just survival. It was truth. April 26, 1943. 2.5 years inside the inferno. Pilecki has done everything he came to do. The world now knows. Time to leave. He and two comrades, Jan Redzej and Edward Czesielski, are assigned to the night shift at the bakery outside the main camp fence. A tiny stroke of luck the SS never suspect. Midnight. The three men strike. A guard's throat is cut with a smuggled razor. Another is strangled with wire. They cut the telephone line. They steal SS uniforms. Then they run. Searchlights snap on. Machine guns chatter. Bullets tear the night. Dogs howl. The three fugitives sprint through mud and barbed wire, hearts exploding in their chests. A bullet rips past Pilecki's ear. Another grazes Czesielski's leg. They don't stop. They vanish into the forest. 30 kilometers through enemy territory. No food. No water. Just pure, unbreakable will. On April 27, 1943, Witold Pilecki walks out of Auschwitz alive. One of only a handful of men in history to do so voluntarily. Twice. He has not escaped death. He has simply carried it with him. The tragic twist. The war ends. The camps are liberated. The world finally sees the horror Pilecki tried to warn them about. But for Pilecki, the nightmare is only beginning. The new masters of Poland are not the Nazis. They are the communists, Stalin's men. They do not want heroes who fought for a free Poland. They want obedient slaves. Pilecki keeps fighting. He joins the underground once more. He gathers evidence of Soviet crimes. He sends more reports, this time to the West. The communists cannot allow that. May 8, 1947. He is arrested by the Polish secret police, the UB. Tortured for months. Beaten so badly his ribs are shattered. His jaw broken. They want him to confess he was a Western spy. He refuses. March 1948. A show trial in a communist courtroom. 15 minutes. Guilty. Death by firing squad. On May 25, 1948, Witold Pilecki is led to the execution chamber in Mokoto prison. His final words, written in a smuggled letter to his wife. I cannot live. They have killed me. Compared to them, Auschwitz was just a game. One man. One impossible choice. He walked into the worst place on earth, so the world would know the truth. He survived the Nazis. He did not survive the communists. So I ask you, was this the greatest act of courage in human history? Comment below. Tell me his name. Tell me his story. Because men like Witold Pilecki did not die so we could forget. If this story moved you, smash that like button. Share it with someone who needs to remember what real heroism looks like. And subscribe, because there are more forgotten heroes we are going to bring back from the darkness. Until next time, stay free.